has since grown to become a movement with the highest number of registered youth in the country. James Okoth highlights the history of scouting in Kenya and how it has helped in shaping the leaders of the country.
My journey begins in South Kanyamwa sub-location, Kobodo Division, Dhiwa constituency in Homa Bay County, where I meet the veteran scout leader, Joshua Laban Odhiambo, at his home. He practices small-scale farming by rearing chicken and other animals. Odhiambo, also known as Master, started his scouting in Nakuru way back in 1972. He joined the 19th Railway Scouting Troop and worked hard to improve and further spread scouting in the area.
We developed scouting in Nakuru to a very large extent. We had a program of going to all the schools in Nakuru, like Nakuru High School, Menengai High School, Kreta High School, Lake Nakuru High School, and Nakuru Day. So my life in scouting in Nakuru was very busy and very rich.
Master would later join the Kenya Railways Corporation as a technician and was posted in Kisumu, where his life and career also blossomed because of his strong leadership. He joined the Kisumu training team at Kisumu Technical High School and would later become the leader of Railway 3rd Troop, where he managed to contribute further in the growth and development of scouting.
While in Kisumu, I joined the Kisumu training team under the area commissioner, Mr. Omondi, who was at Kisumu Technical High School. And we managed to bring scouting to a level that scouting was respected.
He would then be selected as the regional coordinator of the Presidential Award Scheme, an opportunity that had him travel all over, meeting different world leaders, including the son of Queen Elizabeth, Prince Andrew, who was also a scout.
I was selected to be one of those who were to go to Britain and then to the Caribbean to train on leadership. And I trained there. While there, I had the opportunity to meet people from all over the world, including the Queen's son, Prince Andrew.
He has shaped many careers across the country.
Nakuru, I have David Gikaria. Gikaria became a mayor of Nakuru, and then after that, Gikaria is now an MP of Nakuru East. The current chief commissioner, I worked with his dad in the same department, civil engineering in Kenya Railways, and we stayed in the same estate, and I've seen Radido grow, and Radido was always disciplined.
He keeps dearly a number of albums bearing photos of his scouting activities and prominent leaders. He has also preserved trophies he was awarded for his exemplary services in scouting, including a gold medal awarded to him during the Presidential Award Scheme at State House by the then president, the late Daniel Arap Moi.
Hapa ni Lake Nakuru. We had scouts from Mombasa.
As a parting shot, the former employee of Kenya Railways Corporation and a veteran scout leader advises parents to let their children engage in co-curricular activities, describing scouting as a modern-day structured form of parenting that will help in reducing indiscipline cases at home and in schools.
When you are engaged in scouting, you will not find children going to do other things or drugs. Scouting, we don't do drugs. Scouting, we don't advise children wrongly. We have rules, regulations, and laws that govern once you are a scout. And those ones are the ones that shape your life.
Each school has a unit organized in a troop. Each troop has different organized activities depending on areas of interest. A troop that is made up of girls is known as Girl Guides. The current curriculum of education, CBC, also borrows a lot from the scouting training program due to its practical approach of learning. This was evidenced in the recently announced KCPE results at St. Mario Primary School in Boe area, Kisumu County.
When you look at the performance generally, actually the top 5 were scouts, or from scouts. And actually, scouting, they have been participating well. They've managed to participate up to the national level, and we are very happy.
Ruth Kenyaga is the Nakuru Scout leader and the National Deputy Chair, Kenya Scouts Association Welfare. She joins other leaders whose careers have been shaped by scouting.
We are encouraging the parents, the community, to make sure that where our children are learning, they join the scouting movement. Being a disciplinary movement, it can assist them to come up well, and that will make a future society which stands morally well.
Scouts, bravo! Bravo!
Having over 4.2 million registered youth spread across the 47 counties and ranked first in the country in terms of membership, the Kenya Scouts Association contributes by nurturing values among the majority of Kenyans, as Raymond Ochieng, the National Secretary in the Ministry of ICT, Innovation and Youth Affairs, explains.
Scouting in itself personifies and gives life and embodies values, integrity, hard work, and all those core tenets that are very key towards personal success and national success, just in terms of the best individual ingredients are citizenry. And this rightly begins from the early age.
The hierarchy of leadership in the association has President Uhuru Kenyatta as the patron, Ambassador Julius Kaimenyi as the Chief Scout, and Chief Commissioner Victor Adido.
We have something called organogram. Now, this organogram, from the apex, we have the president, who is the sitting president, who is the patron of scouting movement, His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta. From the patron, we have the Chief Scout, who is an ambassador, Jacob Kaimenyi, who is currently in Brussels. Then from Jacob Kaimenyi, I'm in third. I'm third in the rank, and I'm the Chief Commissioner. So I'm basically running the day-to-day affairs of the organization. From that level, there are other, institutions or other structures that we have.
The leadership structure cascades down to a troop leader. In an interview with the Chief Commissioner, he opens up on how his scouting background contributed to his current position.
And Laban Odhiambo made me be what I am, because by then he could actually organize some of these presidential award, trips to Mombasa. He could as well arrange for, scouting trips to Mombasa. And remember, by that time to us, Mombasa was like a New York City. It's a place you could hear from very far. So as young people, if we could hear that railway's troop are going to Mombasa, then we could take chance.
Scouting has built confidence among many Kenyans and banked a lot of values and virtues through the leadership of the country. The Chief Commissioner names prominent leaders comprising sitting governors and members of parliament nurtured by scouting.
Today, we have governors who actually scouts, starting with Mutua. Mutua, before then he was a scout, but he had not been invested. So when we identified Mutua governor from Machakos, we installed him, he took an oath, and is now one of us. We have Honorable His Excellency Charity Ngilu, who is also a governor for Kitui, who is also a scout. We have Kivutha Kibwana, who is the governor for Makueni. This is a scout who has even taken an oath. We have even Professor Nyang' Nyong'o himself, who took an oath, who is also a governor. We also have Mutai Kahiga from Nyeri County, who is a good friend of mine. We've met, talked, and we've interacted very freely. He's also, a scout. And if you go to Nyeri, you'll be shocked that Mutai Kahiga has never been associated with any malpractices because of the values that he has actually acquired in scouting. There are a number of people, even, the Kilifi governor, Bwana Amason Kingi, is basically a scout. Oparanya was installed. This is a scout. We talk of a number of parliamentarians, like the president of the World Scout Parliamentary Union, Bwana KJ, is also a scout. And we have Ngunjiri from Nyeri.
Radido is now eyeing the Kisumu Central Parliamentary seat in 2022.
And I've so far declared my interest for Kisumu Central Parliamentary seat. Having worked in different, areas of leadership in this country, I believe I have what it takes now to be in Kisumu Central, list of the politicians aspiring to become, MP. And I have so far started my early campaigns. I did that sometime. I started sometime back in 2020 in the month of December. And I've seen what other politicians have done before, and I've realized that Kisumu Central requires someone with vast leadership skills, someone who has a lot of network, someone who has a lot of international, network as well. And I know very well, with the support of Kisumu Central electorates and the residents, I am the best choice and the best bet for that seat, and I can assure you that I'm not going to let Kisumu Central residents and constituents down. I will go for the position, and come 2022, God willing, I'll be in the ballot, and I will hopefully become the next MP.
The Scouts movement, through its training program, has endeavored to inculcate principles and values among the youth, and this is not only important to the beneficiaries of such programs, but also to the leadership of the country.
For any nation to be great, it is a mirror of its leadership. It's a mirror of its people. So when you have a pathway through which young people are mentored, they are coached, they are nurtured towards taking responsibility in the nation. And again, sometimes leadership is not only being in parliament, leadership is not having a big office, leadership is not having a big following on social media. Leadership is just all about being an agent of change and being an agent of transformation in your areas of jurisdiction.
Even though COVID-19 has greatly affected the scouting activities, the association has actively embarked on technology and innovative ways of continuing to make the world a better place. This even as the Kenya Scouts Association looks forward to hosting the first African Moot in 2023. James Okoth for TV47.